So I am Ann Lindberg and happy to be here at the Everson from Ancrumdale, New York, which is in the Hudson Valley. And we are about a third of the way through building a drawing in space called Bloodlines. So we're at the bottom couple of cells on the third row up. This is the mindset I'm in at the moment as we essentially build sort of color by color this form, which is passing through the architecture. I designed the piece in relationship to the space here in the galleries. There's somebody walking the thread 50 feet across the space. I'm grabbing it and one by one attaching the thread. So aside from all of this line by line labor, hopefully it's evident in the little passage behind me that we're building really an atmosphere that has a lot of phenomena to it, with electric light and slight bit of motion and sort of a sense of optics. It's sort of a lot of material that becomes immaterial when it's cast into the air. I've never worked on one of these in this particular blood red color, so I'm having to watch really carefully the dynamics of the color. But yeah, visitors will be able to stand underneath the piece for a good passage of it, like more than half the gallery, get behind it. So yeah, off I go, staple by staple. We've had a team of volunteers coming to be the runner, and I made this trusty little hook since I'm 13 feet in the air. Yeah, and you might take a look at how the matrix of lines is casting a diagonal shadow against the wall, which is also a large part of the phenomena of the piece. And I'm calling it a drawing because I really think of it as a drawing. I mean, it is a sculptural form in space, but to me it's a drawing that's made in place. I can't make it in my studio and bring it here. I have to build it in the space, staple by staple. Yeah, well, there's a lot of precedent. I mean, I stand in the shoes of, or I attempt to stand in the shoes of many great artists like Lenore Tawney and, even artists like Sol LeWitt and so on. But really thinking of fiber as a material that speaks in a material way to your senses, because it's a pliable material that it's buoyant, it's flexible. To me, it's delicate and intimate because of those elements. So that's why I like to use it. I do also make traditional drawings on paper in fairly unconventional ways, but yeah, I mean, this is an abstract form built out of fibrous materials, and I've chosen this material because it's strong, comes in a lot of colors. I can pull the tension at 50 feet. It's kind of amazing what a textile, I mean, I'm giving it a sort of elastic gesture here, pulling it from Derek's hand, and it's not breaking. It's a kind of awesome possibility that something this minuscule can have this kind of strength and power. That to me is its sort of quiet side, that it's powerful. So yeah, this form is quite vertical in its position on the wall, on that wall, and exactly the opposite horizontal in this wall. So it's actually going to come almost to where the camera is sitting. So it'll have a sort of broad wingspan on this side and a narrow sort of vertical passage on the other.